Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel again. What we're going to be doing today is talking about the top three books for you to read as an entrepreneur when you start out, okay? And so this will be very beneficial for you. And so with that said, we'll start with number three. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first book that I would recommend for you to read would be this book called The One Thing by Gary Keller, okay? And the way that I give these to you in the order that I give them is the way that I would read them, in regards to this. And so Gary Keller, if you don't know, he's the guy who came up with the real estate agent Keller Williams. That's his brokerage firm that he came up with, and he was real estate. But the one thing is about the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. What I really love about this book that really resonates with me is that he really provides scheduling for extraordinary results in your business without sacrificing your family and health. So let me say that again. Scheduling for extraordinary results in your business without sacrificing family and health. So many times with entrepreneurship, you'll see, hey, there's no work-life balance. He kind of challenges that myth and kind of tackles it and goes after it. And he says, hey, man, you don't have to, sacrifice your family or your health to have a successful business. And so I really, reading that book has been a blessing to me within itself. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that I'll continually read for years to come, and I'm still gaining nuggets from it. It is somewhat of a tough read. The first few chapters seem kind of monotonous or drawing on and kind of boring, but as soon as you start reading some of the fewer chapters, the next chapters from, about after 6, I believe so, don't quote me on that, it starts getting good, and you won't want to put it down. I've already, listened to it, and I listened to it on Audible, and then I bought it, and been going through it that way too as well. So 2 times I've already listened to it, probably listen to it through a 3rd time, but it's a very powerful book. Just want to encourage you with that one. The next book that I would recommend is Life of an Entrepreneur in 90 pages, okay? Life of an Entrepreneur in 90 pages, written by Patrick Bet-David. I'll put a link to it or a thumbnail or something, clip of what it looks like, but man, very powerful books. And that book specifically helps with who you have to become to be successful as an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? And so it's literally, I love Patrick Bet-David because he's very raw, real, down to earth, very loving in his approach. He loves people and he loves entrepreneurs. His heart and his belief is that entrepreneurs have the problems to solve all of, life's, the world's problems, you know what I'm saying? And so, and he has a channel I'm going to put there. It's called Valuetainment on YouTube. Very powerful channel. He says it's the #1 channel for entrepreneurs, which, man, it was a blessing to me. So I'd highly recommend you check that out. But he's a very dynamic speaker, great with story, art of storytelling, amazing. You know what I'm saying? He'll draw you in, suck you in, period. So, and the last but not least, the first book that I recommend, drum roll, would be the EMyth Revisited, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. You know what I'm saying? And so what I really like with EMyth, and there's several out there, but you want to get EMyth Revisited. There's EMyth Enterprise, EMyth, all this other stuff, but EMyth Revisited is the very first one that Michael E. Gerber wrote, and I really like it because it kind of, when you're coming out of being an employee, trying to go into business, whether it's been 5 years, 10 years, 11 years, or something like that you've been an employee and trying to start your own business, you need to read this book because it helps you see the transition that there's 3 types of people within a business. The first one is the technician. That's kind of like the employee. You plug them into a situation. The second one is the executive, the manager, which is like an executive. And then the third one is the entrepreneur, which is the visionary, and all that stuff. And it kind of talks about how they all three work together. They're all three important, and they're all three needed in a business, and how they work together. But the other thing that it kind of speaks to, that kind of resonates with me, is with that, let me see, how they all three work together. Oh yeah, it also has questions in there to figure out which one are you, Other topics that it kind of brings out, it helps you start with the end in mind, and also very heavily on systems and procedures, because all successful businesses are ran and scaled by systems and procedures, not people. You see what I'm saying? So it's a powerful book, a powerful read, that I would say. I am going to give you a bonus one, which I would recommend, by the same author that I talked about for the second one, Patrick Bet-David. This is 25 Laws to Doing the Impossible by Patrick Bet-David. Why I really like this book is that he talks about, in laws 1 through 10, it's how to recreate yourself, because you're constantly recreating yourself every 60 to 90 days as an entrepreneur. And you have to be doing that in order to stay cutting edge and to be successful as an entrepreneur. Laws 11 through 18 talks about identify your course, or your cause, identify your cause. You know what I'm saying? While he was on his way to making money and setting up a business, you know what I'm saying, he stumbled into his cause and his purpose, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty amazing what he talks about there. And the last one is go make history, between laws 19 through 25. And so, man, I really recommend every single one of these books. But my call to action to you, if you're really serious about entrepreneurship, is to go out and get this EMyth Revisited right now. I don't care if you go to Audible, you get it on Audible so you can hear it as you're driving, or even just buy it off of Amazon. Man, this is a great book, EMyth Revisited, and start with that. So get all of them, get all of the books for your library if you're starting out as an entrepreneur, and start reading them, because they're going to be lifebloods to you, going forward. There are many other books that you can read, but these are the 4 that I would recommend from these different authors that will be a blessing unto you for many, many years to come, and you'll thank me, period. So again, that's it. If you can only afford one, just get EMyth Revisited right now and start reading that one by Michael E. Gerber. And again, I'll put links at the bottom. If y'all have any questions or comments, please put them below. Thank you so much again for tuning in to my channel. And hey, until next time, have a blessed week. This is the Life Coach, RT Stroud, and Entrepreneur signing out. Peace.